Welcome to the New Muslim Workshop. My name's Mahmoud, and today we're going to answer 10 of the most common questions about Ramadan. Stick around.
Welcome to the New Muslim Workshop.
Welcome back. The first question on our list today is, wait a minute, you fast for 30 days straight, like no food for 30 days? How are you still alive? Of course we eat and of course we drink. What we do is we fast during part of the day. So in between the sun up and sundown. After sundown, we are allowed to drink, to eat, and to have intimate relations with our wives. So during that period, obviously we can't drink, we can't eat, we can't smoke, and we cannot have intimacy with our wives. Question number 2, do all Muslims have to fast? The answer is no. Not all Muslims have to fast. First, you have to hit puberty before you qualify to be able to fast. The second thing is you have to not be on your menses. So if you're a woman who has her period, you're not required to fast. Once your period is finished, then yes, you can fast. So usually women who have not hit their menopause will have a week off during Ramadan where they are not fasting. So they will have to make that up later on after Ramadan. For people who have an illness, they fell ill due to something, they have meningitis, they have some kind of cold, they have COVID, for example. If this takes them out for, let's say, 2 weeks, then they have to make up those 2 weeks later on. So they don't fast during the period that they are sick. However, once they get better, they have to make up for those lost days of fasting. People who are chronically ill, people who cannot fast whatsoever, like people who have type 1 diabetes, for example, these people will be harmed by fasting. And so for them, what they can do is they give in charity and they don't have to fast. So there is a license for them for not to fast because it is harmful to them. Question number 3, is Ramadan only abstaining from food and drink? That is not correct. So in Islam, in Ramadan, fasting is the abstinence of food, drink, intimacy with your spouse, as well as smoking. No smoking is allowed. And as a Muslim, you shouldn't be smoking in the first place. Seriously, you shouldn't. Question number 4, and this is so common, you wouldn't believe it. If I drink my spit accidentally during Ramadan, does that mean that I have broken my fast? And the answer is no. You haven't broken your fast. This is a question that I asked, I think, my parents when I was younger, because I was confused. It feels like I'm drinking something. Truth is, there's no ingestion happening, meaning there's nothing extra that's coming into your body. What's happening is that it's still contained within your body. So no, this does not break your fast. You're okay. Even if it's mucus, even if, let's say, you've got phlegm, you've got a cold, etc., and you're generating a lot of phlegm, the medical thing is don't swallow that because obviously spit is to lubricate, whereas mucus is to expel. Try not to swallow it because it's bad for you. Spit, on the other hand, is fine. Question number 5, if I drink or eat accidentally during the time of day, if I forget, the operative word here is forget. If I forget and accidentally drink or eat, does my fast count? Yes, it does. There's a hadith of the Prophet, there's a tradition from the Prophet, peace be upon him, where he says, if a person is fasting and accidentally forgets and drinks, then they should continue their fast, and their fast counts because this is Allah who has given them this food and given them this water. So in that situation, you're okay, you're fine. Don't freak out. It's going to be counted for you, so don't worry. Question number 6, is brushing my teeth going to break my fast? No, as long as you don't swallow the toothpaste and the water that you've put on the brush to brush your teeth. So don't swallow. Brush your teeth and then spit it out and then sort of gargle and get all the little teeny weeny whatever in your mouth and then spit that out and then you're fine. By gargle, I don't mean I mean like swish water in your mouth. That's what I mean. Little kids tend to swallow their toothpaste because they make them like bubblegum flavored. So like you can't really blame them. However, if you're an adult, don't do that because it will break your fast if you start swallowing, like something that you've ingested. if you've put toothpaste in your mouth to clean your teeth, then you should spit it out after you've cleaned your teeth and swish some water in your mouth so that the residue leaves. The same goes towards if you are performing wudu or ablution. Don't over inhale, because sometimes the water will go into the wrong hole and in the wrong pathway and might end up in your stomach. You might actually swallow water. You don't want to do that because that will break your fast. So just kind of be careful when you inhale water and when you're swishing water in your mouth. Question number 7. Are you allowed to eat in front of a fasting Muslim? Yes. There's no prohibition. It's just bad etiquette. If you're doing that, it's just generally considered bad etiquette, especially if you're going, oh, look at this pizza slice. Don't do that. That's mean. You're being mean. This pizza's awesome. So don't be mean, and just kind of be considerate. People are, abstaining from food and water, and it's not like they're not thinking about it. They are thinking about it. Some people convince themselves to forget about it, and then you're coming in with your big pizza, etc. Number 8, is vaping and smoking allowed since it is not technically drinking or smoking? No, it's not. It's not allowed. Vaping and smoking are not allowed outside of Ramadan, let alone inside of Ramadan. So if you're doing that, be careful, because during the month of Ramadan, good deeds are multiplied and bad deeds are also multiplied. The punishment for bad deeds, like sins, are also given to you in multiples, so don't do that. Can you take injections during Ramadan? Yes, you can if it's medication. If it's an injection that comes with the bag and it's for nourishment, then that will break your fast. So be careful. And that's another thing, if you take medication that is for mental health reasons, like for example, if you're schizophrenic and you have to take these certain medications, if you can change the times that you can take your medication so that it doesn't coincide with, because usually it's tablets, right? So if you can change the time so that it's during the period where you are eating, then you should do that. Otherwise, if this becomes dangerous for you or for your loved ones, then you should work with a sheikh or with a doctor. And if there's no way around it, then just don't fast, because it's going to be dangerous for you and it's going to be dangerous for your loved ones. So just don't do it. And question number 10 is not even water, because that's always asked. What do you mean? Not even water? Yes, not even water. It's not intermittent fasting. It's Islamic fasting. So Islamic fasting is you are not allowed to drink anything, eat anything, or have intimacy with your wife during that period, or smoke, or vape, etc. If you could drink, then that's intermittent fasting, and that's for health reasons, not for the sake of Allah, and it's not considered Islamic fasting. So I hope that answers the questions. If anybody asks you those questions, now you can answer them, and now you can tell them, yeah, well, these are the answers to these very, very common questions about Ramadan. So thanks for watching. I got to go pick up the kids. You have yourself a good day, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please consider subscribing, sharing, liking, and hitting the notification bell. I'm super late. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the New Muslim Workshop. My name's Mahmoud, and today we're going to talk about 10 of the most common questions asked by people regarding Ramadan. So stick around. We're going to discuss all 10 of them.